What you're about to witness here is the undeniable mathematical and equational proof to the unification of electricity with gravity and Einstein's E equals mc squared. In true and pure physics, there are two energy equations which give the same numerical answer. Energy is equal to mass times the speed of mass squared. The first equation, E equals maz squared. And inverse energy is equal to mass times the speed of light squared, which is our second equation, E equals mc squared. However, only the first equation is able to be unified with gravity for the simple reason that only the true energy formula possesses gravity within the equation. The speed of light has no true connection at all to gravity, other than the speed of light is the inverse of the speed of mass. Albert Einstein accidentally gave us an erroneous hybrid by mixing the two energy equations. He took the first half of the top equation and mixed it with the second half of the bottom equation, giving us energy is equal to mass times the speed of light squared. And this formula absolutely cannot be unified with electricity or gravity. The true energy equation is energy is equal to mass times gravity times orbit times squared. Energy is equal to mass times the speed of mass squared. E is equal to energy, m is equal to mass, a equals gravity or expansion, acceleration, and z is equal to orbit time. Q is equal to a times z, and a times z is equal to the speed of mass. A times z equals the velocity at which mass is expanding past stationary light. The above true energy equation is the only equation which unifies mass, light, electricity, gravity, and Einstein's E equals mc squared. And this is where the paramount proof is found. All of the following electrical formulas are in complete unification with the true energy formula. maz squared equals a joule, which equals energy. ma squared z is equal to a watt, which is power or energy divided by time. A times z is equal to an ampere, which is current flow or the speed of mass or speed of gravity. ma is equal to a volt, which equals force, and m over z is equal to an ohm, a unit of resistance. az squared is equal to a coulomb, which equals electric charge or distance, and z squared over m is equal to a farad, the ability to hold a charge. All of these electrical formulas are in complete unification with electricity and gravity and Einstein's E equals mc squared. A joule is a measurement of energy, and a joule is equal to mass times ampere squared. A joule, maz squared, is equal to m times az squared. And a joule is also equal to mass times the speed of mass squared, or mass times gravitational expansion times orbit time squared, and as well mass times gravity times distance. And electricity is simply an energy of mass times expansion acceleration times a distance along a wire. A watt is equal to an amp times a volt. ma squared z equals az times ma. A watt is a measurement of power, and power is equal to energy divided by time. Energy, maz squared, divided by time, z, equals ma squared z. Perfect unification of electricity and Einstein's E equals mc squared. An amp is equal to gravity times orbit time. An amp, Az, is equal to A times Z. An amp is a measurement of current flow, and an amp is actually the measurement of the speed of mass, or the speed of gravity, mass expansion. Electricity has long been known to travel at the speed of light, and an amp is simply gravitational expansion multiplied by orbit time along a wire. E equals maz squared. Energy equals m times amperes squared. A volt is equal to an amp times an ohm. Ma equals Az times m over z. A volt is equal to force or mass times acceleration, and a volt is equal to mass times gravity. A volt is equal to mass accelerating along a wire, and energy is equal to mass accelerating times a distance. E equals mass times gravitational expansion times distance. An ohm is equal to a volt divided by an amp, as well as a joule divided by an amp squared times time. An ohm, m over z, equals ma divided by az. Or, an ohm, m over z, equals maz squared divided by az squared times z. An ohm is a measurement of resistance, and an ohm is equal to mass divided by orbit time. A coulomb is equal to an amp times orbit time, as well as a volt times a farad. A coulomb, az squared, which is distance, equals az times z. And a coulomb, az squared, equals ma times z squared over m. A coulomb is a measurement of electric charge. A coulomb equals 1 amp second. However, the physical definition of a coulomb is that it's a measurement of orbit circumference, a measurement of distance. Az squared equals distance. A portion of an energy function equaling a geometric function. And finally, a farad is equal to a coulomb divided by a volt, or a joule divided by a volt squared. Farad, z squared over m, equals az squared divided by ma, or z squared over m equals maz squared divided by m squared a squared. A farad is defined as the ability to hold a charge. 1 farad is equal to 1 amp second, or a coulomb, divided by a volt. The physical definition of a farad is orbit times squared divided by mass. And so it is the true energy formula, unified with all electrical formulas, is the foundation for the unification of gravity, electricity, light, planetary motion, and quantum mechanics. For more information, please see EinsteinGravity.com.